Okay, welcome back. Let's
This way.
continue here. Alright, so we dabbled a little bit over here, we took some stuff. There are people to talk to down here.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
We should have left by now. Damn! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying, and what about us? We will end up fodder for some goblin's blade, all because Leah insists on helping every wounded foe we see. Our best chance to make it to Baldur's Gate is on our own. This place is lost. You are looking at Leroican's newest apprentice.
Of course.
Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate. His name is known far and wide, I see. Few can match him in terms of raw power and talent. Until now, that is. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you. May we meet again in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
You're gonna end up dead somewhere.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove.
You tell him,
You and I
sister.
will do some good here. I can feel it.
I should speak up.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. You've been on hard times too, huh? That doesn't mean it's behind us, though, does it? Here, have more.
Alright, so we got some gruel from
Doesn't taste half
the
bad.
nice lady. Oh, this Auntie Ethel.
Ah, if it
Remember
isn't
this
the talk of the
conversation.
camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. No, someone's confident, aren't they? Be careful, sweetie. How's that saying go? The bigger they act, the bigger the whack. Besides, that magic of yours, mighty as I'm sure it is falling a little short, isn't it? Something is wrong. I can smell it. Are you all right? Then let old Auntie Ethel have a look at you. First things first. Tell me what's at you. No. That's as serious gets. Our path defines us, Petal. Without it, why, we could be anyone. Were you hurt recently? An accident of some sorts? That could explain things.
I'm gonna do it. This option. Oh, this dark urge is so funny.
Oh, you cheeky pup!
Cheeky pup.
That might scare someone else. But I know what naughty boys need. A bit of love and care. If I was back in my tea house, I'd make you a cuppa and tell you to put your feet up. Alas, here I can only tell you to be kind to yourself, Petal. And encourage you to browse my bits and pieces, of course. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Myself included.
Okay. Auntie Ethel. It's going to be a little while before we see her again. But we will see her again. And that's why I chose the option I did. Alright, yeah, let's thank her.
Sure. What else am I here for?
Yeah, what else are you here for,
Bye
Auntie
now,
Ethel?
Petal.
Depends.
She's
How many
here-
people are dumb enough to
She's
ask?
here for something else, that is absolutely sure.
Hello, Petal. Need anything? Any lotions or potions?
Alright, let's see
Hey,
her wares.
bother.
I didn't even know she had wares, so let's check this out. Oh, potion of invisibility, a quarterstaff. Mine currently creates water. This one's good for monks. Otherwise, it's just standard stuff. We'll sell our wares. Let's just take her money.
Die if I'm at the road reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. To burn them.
We got a lot of stuff over here. Whoops, don't want to do that.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face before I patrol.
You're an idiot.
I wish there was a quicker way, folks. I don't know of a quicker way. If you do, tell me in the comments, because you're going to save me a lot of boredom here. This is that throwing spear. I might keep some of these things to help with the Galen, or the Gale thing. We took all of our money. That's
Take
good.
care now, sweet.
Alright, we're gonna talk to her one more time.
Hello, Petal.
We're gonna reveal we got
Need
the
anything?
parasite.
Any
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
Auntie Ethel knows way more than she's
You
revealing.
poor pet. My heart goes out to you, truly.
And I think we revealed to
But
her
I
what she really wanted to know.
confess that doesn't explain all your symptoms. Some of the things you told me, why, I've never heard of a parasite. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do with... Yes, I may have something at home.
There's what I'm looking for.
Oh, whatever do you mean, Petal?
They're both true.
Not at all. I'm a simple woman, sweetie. Tea and potions are as exciting. But enough nattering. I'll be heading home shortly. Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
Yeah.
Road and reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my
Hello, Petal.
Can I accuse her?
Need any? Nay, but
Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna stop picking on her. I actually enjoy this more now that I know some of the story that happens later.
If not over, then
I am
through.
enjoying this.
The road isn't too bad.
She is not a nice person, Miss Auntie Ethel there.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, my selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Eltura.
Okay, so now we got this dude, who actually I think we want to buy some stuff from. Ringmail armor +1. She's at 15 already. Chain shirt. She's at 13. Padded armor. At
Don't be
11.
grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
And then,
an idiot.
you can see, like, he's got, like, a regular short bow. We'd like to increase or make it better. So, like, this Hunter's Mark one would be nice. Or a heavy crossbow. See, he's not proficient with heavy. That's fine. This Morningstar was nice with the Paladin. I really like this weapon. For the Paladin, we got a Great Club +1. Yeah, there's some really good items here. Okay, so we'll get this for him. He's got the money, so we'll actually throw in a scroll of Burning Hands to offset some of it. 190.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder
And then he'll
wave?
put on his new armor.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough
We've
to
got another
ask?
scroll. Oh, invisibility. He could use.
True.
We'll get 15 bucks of it back. That's all the better he can do, and that's fine. Let's move on to her. She's got more stuff to sell. So we'll drag it all out here, see how much money this is all going to be worth. Now, we could be giving her a shield. Fighters having a shield is not an unheard of thing. Most of the weapons have either a two-hand or one-hand option, which I think is very cool about this game. Alright, 271 worth. So she's got this great sword that you can see is a 1d10 plus 3. If we hover over it, if I got her a shield, it would drop to 1d8 plus 3. So we'd lose 2 potential damage because we're going to roll a smaller die. But then you get 2 extra armor
Die if I
class.
met Leroic and reeking of
She
this
is wearing
place.
heavy armor. Or
Never get the
she's medium now, but she has the capability of wearing heavy armor. So she could, you know, get her armor class up there quite a bit, which is always helpful. Something like a Morningstar. See, that's a one-handed weapon. This is a two-handed or a one-handed. So you can see it's more or less the same, except it has a +4. So it'll just do 1 extra damage. And I think the difference is because of the weapon enchantment +1. You can see that the little bonus actions, these things here, you get a cleave, which can hit 3 enemies at once, or a lacerate, or a maiming strike, whereas over here there was a pommel strike, which you can see is an orange bonus action. You can see that right down here. And then over here, all 3 of these are green actions. So you would lose your bonus action if you get rid of the longsword. That's part of the challenge
Don't be
with this.
grumpy, Roland.
Then
We'll
you
get
got a
to the
great
city
club,
soon.
but you can
I
see
am
that's just
not
a one-handed
grumpy.
weapon.
Scowl on your face would frighten
Dagger
a troll.
+1's actually good for...
You're an idiot.
I don't want to switch yet. Let's see. I don't have any armor I want. Do I want any of these weapons? Part of me wants this, but it's only 1 extra damage. I think we're gonna pass. Oh! She's got this bow. But she could use the heavy crossbow, right? Yeah, she can. You know what? I think we're just gonna take money. We're gonna go back to him, and I just realized he needs stuff. We want to get him this bow, and we also want to get him this dagger +1.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
210 more. We're giving up.
Depends.
But that's okay.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
So this hunting bow will be a big upgrade there. And then he also gets to do the hunter's mark there. Then for the dagger, you can see both of these are just like that's 4 to 7 damage. This is only 1 to 4 damage. It's a really crappy dagger. So it's a 1d4 plus 3, and this is just a 1d4. This is more of a throwing dagger. So we definitely want to replace with
would
that.
die if I met Heroic and reeking of this place. I'll never
So
get the
that
smell
nonsense
out of my
for
clothes.
1 gold.
I'll have to burn them.
Get some of that gold back. Alright, she's got a few more items to sell. Now, she has a mace, but that Morningstar +1 looks awesome on her. Let's go ahead and get that. She has a light crossbow, so we'll get her a light crossbow. Here we go. That's looking good on her. That's also looking good on her. And we're gonna sell the shield too. Get our shield.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
Alright, that's
You're
good.
an idiot.
I like it. Now, coming back to her, I think a heavy crossbow will work. So he's getting a lot of our money, as you can see, but we'll get more items. We'll get our money back. And oh, I do have a crossbow. I bet I don't have proficiency with heavy crossbow. So that's fine. We're done. Okay, it's always good to just
I
go
miss
through
my
stuff like
forge.
that. Coming along here,
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
we're gonna come back to this ox.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
I realized I have a scroll of speak to animals. So I've never used scrolls yet in this game. Oh, did I somehow get rid of it?
There is work to do.
Detect thoughts.
Action, not reaction.
I must have gotten rid of it.
Looking ahead.
That's okay. Oh, that's okay.
Again.
Moving ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna save it real quick. These little dudes will steal from you. And I'm gonna have Asterion talk to them.
Over there.
Because nothing better than a rogue that's better than them. So I think we're gonna talk to Mattis here.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. I never learned names or anything. Just the tricks. Anyway, forget that. Take the ring. I want to show you how lucky it is.
Finish the ring with a reverse hammer's flourish. Alright, let's do it. Look at that, I gotta...
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding... Call it. Heads or tails. Tails it is! I don't know what you mean. The hell it is? You can't do that one with rings. It has to be... Oh, damn.
So please go
Last
on.
chance. You want to look at my stuff or not? I knew it. That's what I got.
Alright, so this other kid tries to actually steal from you. I guess I never did it with the rogue. I did it with my paladin, and then I actually caught the kid stealing from me. And then this is all just a bunch of junk. There's potions, like a bunch of dye. There's nothing in here worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Nothing cool.
you suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
One of the big kids. How did you catch me?
Dimin. Sure, we'll encourage him.
Wow, thank you. I guess I'll try harder not to get caught next time. Bye.
Alright, so, and if you pay attention, he goes into this hole. That hole's only big enough for kids to crawl through. Now, if you had a character like a dwarf, a gnome, or a halfling, you can crawl into that hole as well. However, one of us has the...
Can't give up now.
Mask of the Shapeshifter. So I can use this to turn into a halfling and follow him into the hole. So that is the cool part about that. I also think...
Assume nothing.
Shadowheart had the ability to switch when she was a trickster, but I took that away from her.
Someone there?
And then this guy, actually I do think he eventually does get the skill as part of his vampire stuff, but anyways.
No time to rest.
The kids are funny, and in there is like a little Peter Pan type of
With
thing
haste.
where it's a whole society of kids living in there, basically forming
Isn't that how
a
Mum
thieves guild.
usually is? Quiet, you pup.
Alright, so this is the
Alas,
the
I've
druid
never learned to converse with
circle
your kind.
area. What they're doing is they're casting a thorns, I don't know what's the right word, seance type thing. And basically they're gonna enshroud the whole grove with thorns, so nobody can get in, nobody can get out. It's their way of protecting themselves from the goblins. And so they're gonna kick out all the tieflings and make them get killed by the goblins, because they won't be able to protect themselves here. So that's what they're doing. There's this little idol here, and if I went into that Thieves Guild, the leader of the Thieves Guild will ask me to steal this idol for them, because they don't want them to finish this this spell. There's really not a lot to do here. If you try to pick their pockets or whatever, it's too much daylight. It's really difficult. I'm sure there's a way, but it just hasn't been worth it.
What can you tell me about
This
this
guy's
place?
a nut.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
So what's funny is this guy is clearly a bard, and if you're playing a bard, you outbard the bard. It's actually a very funny dialogue. Obviously, there's dramatic ones, and then of course this is the way to ruin good parties. Let's do that one.
Goblins were of rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns.
A myth weaver. This man has no respect for truth.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Witnesses noticed red dragon marching at rear.
Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? They did, didn't they? Oh, I've interrogated one. A captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Ah, but is superstition all? These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it.
Of course you do.
I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to door roll.
Oh, never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back pocket?
Until we meet again.
I've been always wanting to, like, now pickpocket him to get rid of that invisibility
What's up
potion.
for discussion?
So this guy tells you how he wants to sleep. Alright, there's a lot to do here, so let's walk. This is another way in and out, so this would take us right to the gate. The gate's actually right over here. In fact, that's where the little person died. So the only thing in our way is this sleeping bear. So we just come up and try to speak to him. I'm gonna throw a fish next to the elevator. And of course he gets up and moves over. And that's all you have to do. So now the pathway is clear. And he'll just sleep over there, and that's fine. This one actually Asterian's better at. Oh, crap. This is where talking to animals would come in handy. So, there is a key and some gold in here. And what you do is you convince the bird that his nest doesn't look right with those in there. And then he'll let you have them. That's the issue. You hold down the shift key, you can see where the shadows are. And of course he turns around as soon as I... And he turns around again as soon as I do it. Alright, I need the bird to turn.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Keep a blade close. Ready or not.
There we go. We got it.
One step at a time.
I don't know if the bird will accuse you of being a thief, but let's not stick around and find out. This stuff, they actually will get upset with you, of course. The tusk is funny.
Come, Silver. Very close. Ridiculous. We just let her run off.
She's a child. A devil child. One who tried to steal from us.
Alright, I did it.
Yet she
this
failed.
is actually a little
That's what
difficult to do.
matters.
Holding down the shift key, you can see right now I can't hide. I want to pick this guy's pocket, if I can. But if you do pick his pocket, it actually causes him to break, and he won't speak to you later. Because you're going to complete a quest, and then he gives you the reward. But the reward he's going to give you is the thing that I'm going to steal from him right now. Also, if you could speak to Silver here, he'll get friendly with you. And then he'll walk over here, which is sort of what I need. And right now, I am unable to pick this guy's pockets. I think it's because these two are standing here. Yeah, this is just not going to work. Okay, one of them's moving away. Now she's looking at me, so maybe I can distract her.
Have to keep going.
Stand over on the other side of her.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Ah, see now, the wolf is looking at me. I was able to get her to turn around. Now it was getting better. Getting a little bit better. That's not enough.
Just like your time. What can we rescue? A quick fight.
Right, I got it. I gotta get out of here.
Come, boy. It's all right.
All right.
Someone's been rifling through the wrong pockets.
So
You
he's
sense now
accusing
would
us.
be a good time to clarify if that someone is you.
And it's always the case, like, if he were to find Asterion, you're going to jail. But as long as he finds anybody else in your party, you can just say, oh, it wasn't me. I assure you, I committed no crime.
You have a convincing air of innocence about you. That's enough for now.
Moving in.
So we bring everybody together.
Seems simple enough.
If you leave the area and then come back, it's usually enough for them to no longer be looking for the thief. Like,
This will
usually
all be over.
shouldn't have to worry about
The
him.
ritual's almost finished. What if they tried to steal from us? The game.
Now this
We've
dude
shown
here,
them once. We take. Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
maybe that wasn't the one we saved. Oh, that was the
Seems
one
like
we
a
saved.
good
That dude
moment
over
to
there.
talk.
Oh, my savior. I wish you could have visited in better times.
I got him confused. That's the jerk. But he wasn't the one we saved, so I
What
feel
will the
better about it.
tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
Yeah, and he's a total fanboy of Kaga over there. Why, I don't necessarily know. You can go in this room and you can steal a lot. Because right now nobody's in here. So...
Don't want blood on my hands. We have the right to defend our home.
So right now...
Anyone, but I won't let this grove be harmed. Not again.
I'm gonna steal some of the major stuff. And then there's a chest around the back. There's a key for it. And actually, you do find a key somewhere, but I just think I picked the one.
What fun.
The whole time you're waiting for this thing to roll, the people are walking around and catch you. So you gotta be careful. Sometimes it's worth it to go into turn-based mode just to stop that from happening. Alright, I'm just gonna take everything and get out of here before I get caught. Alright, so we got other things we can steal from. I'm not saying that any of them are super nice, but you know, things sell for money. Oh.
Moving.
You gotta be careful because the guy will sometimes realize that he's being stolen from.
Be very, very quiet. On the hunt.
Alright, we should get out of here before he realizes
Alright,
stuff has
what
been
now?
stolen. Like, if he
Wonder
notices
if the
things
gods
are
are
missing,
watching
he'll,
me.
he'll start looking for a thief. Oh, I got hiding going on somewhere. I didn't mean that. Now we come in here, and we find Nettie.
Did
Naughty
a number
Nettie.
on you, didn't they? I see you. Just give me a moment.
This may be cat.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed? Just be glad my bedside manner's better than yours. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eyes, maybe.
That's like a common theme. No good way of putting this. I have a tadpole in my head.
A tadpole? A mind flayer tadpole? I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. We need to be quick. This way. one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening? It recognized you as being infected. Well now, how'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous, but you seem like a good soul. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't. Now, do I have your word or not?
Alright, so I can say no, I'm not. I didn't want to really upset her. You can't say alright, hand it over, because she'll force you to swear.
I hope it doesn't come to that. But, you know, Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our it's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Not yet, anyhow.
Sorry, I'm speeding it up a little bit.
Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back. The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place... You, though. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. Thank you. I wish I could tell you what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. Good luck out there.
It's gonna be a while.
Step at a
before we
time,
get to
Nettie.
this temple
Come
of
on.
Selûne. There's like a million things
Why
that we're gonna do before then.
Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
We're gonna have him get
Subtle
into some thieving here. We don't have to thieve for that. However, we need him to get what's on the drought, which is a letter. We need him to get the Mind Flayer parasite. That's the most important thing. That's the notes on it.
If there's a cure, it seems Halsin is the one to talk to.
Then from
We
here,
need to find him before it's too late.
Assuming he's even still alive.
now we're robbing him blind.
Forget Halsin. Only a Githyanki Kresh holds our cure.
Alright. So, I don't think I need to necessarily snoop around here. There's a lot of books in these shelves. None of them are... they're just more lore stuff. But if you go to this empty socket, it's looking for something. And that's what we just picked the pocket. We found this Rune of the Wolf when we picked that guy's pocket. So you put that there, combine it, and then boom. We just completed the 4 things.
Don't mind if I do.
bring everybody back together.
At least things have stayed interesting.
And then let's push all these runes. So we got the eagle, the wolf.
Let's see what this does.
And the bear.
Well, what have we here?
Now you might be wondering, like, how did I figure that out? It was one of these books that you read. It basically talks about, hey, you know, mind the place while I'm gone. So-and-so has the final artifact to get to my secret stash in case you're in trouble. So then, you know, that so-and-so is who we pick pockets from. And of course, now we're going into his secret stash.
Deep and move.
His secret stash is not as exciting as you hope, but it's still not the worst deal in the world. And I think it wasn't a scroll, it was a potion. We should have... I think there's a talk to animals
next, I
potion.
wonder?
But that's okay. We'll get her figured out.
Best get going. Open
No,
up.
I've never found anything in these vases. I'm always... Regular Baldur's Gate was like this too. You had all this stuff you could search and it was just
I
always
know
empty.
that look. It's just an old...
I
It's
didn't
just
mean to do this.
something... Quite a lot. Positive. You can trust me on that. Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Conversation shouldn't be made. It should be grown. Sweet of you, but don't worry. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get a...
Alright, so... Here's the biggest item in here. It's this thing called Sorrow. So it's a glaive, which I'm not proficient in. It has this thing called Sorrowful Lash. Pulls the creature 3 meters closer to you. It's a two-handed, it has extra reach. You can roll melee damage twice and use the highest result, which is pretty cool. Lacerate and rush attack. So we might be able to give that to our fighter, I'm thinking. So let's do that. Give Sorrow to her. Then we'll do the analysis later. There's a druid note. Then this is a robe that just gives resistance to cold. It's better than a robe that does nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. That's all I find down here. So the glaive was the big item.
Nuggets will be done.
She's using a two-handed sword. So it's going to do 1 extra damage. So it's no better than the axe was, really. The big thing is that brace. So you're going to see, like, some of these are going to change. Like right now we have this pommel strike. So if I were to equip this, now it's going to change, and there's a brace here. There's also a ranged brace, but roll melee damage twice. Use the highest result. That's actually a good thing. I've never used it, so we're going to find out.
An efficient path.
And since she's a fighter, she's proficient in all weapons, so I don't know what they're going to think. Like, I'm going to go rescue this druid, and it's like, hey, I'm using your glaive. Hi, guys. Alright,
Never a dull moment.
I'll try to make this quick. It's not quick.
No traps, please.
have a wizard, you gotta go through all these.
Need to find a
like
way
I just
forward.
found that one scroll.
Something over there.
There's a door here. And I don't think I know how to open it.
Watch your back. Simple. I can't even see a lock to pick.
I've got a long road ahead. What's hiding here? Light on my feet.
That door we were unable to open does remind me that we missed something. I don't know if it's worth going back for. We did miss something. Alright, so we basically cleared out that room. And then we're gonna just meander on out of here with some of our stolen stuff.
We just let her run off.
She's a child.
A devil child. One who tried to steal from us.
Yet she failed. That's what matters.
Let's worry about a child that failed to steal from you. There we go. So when we killed those goblins
Keep their confidence, if you insist.
and healed that unconscious druid guy, who was grateful that we saved him, there was actually a secret spot to go to, and it takes you to that door I was unable to open. So it takes you to the other side of that door. And then this here, if you're playing a bard, you probably want to go here as soon as you can. Just skip everything else and come straight to this girl.
No,
This is like, this whole thing was made for the bard character.
Don't touch me.
I think he has the performance skill.
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away.
Change? No. Damn it! No, I'm moments away at the hands of this bloody song. I can't. Nothing fits, you know? It can't hurt. I have her. I have an extra loot, if you want.
I don't know if I can use the loot.
My teacher. I remember waking up one night, thinking of it now. My heart hurts. Wait. Words of mine will turn to ash. That's perfect. Words of mine will when you call. Yes.
So you can help her even though you're not a bard. If you were a bard, you would be suggesting lyrics to her, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, those are amazing."
Sorry.
Sorry, I skipped through it.
Thanks. That's the first time I've played since she was playing her lute. There was so much blood. I can still smell it. Lihala said that's why eulogies were important. I'd forgotten what it was like. The Weeping Dawn will be my gift to Lihala. I've a long way to go.
Okay, so we helped her out, which is good. But then you come over here, and there's a, this gilded chest will actually open if you play an instrument. But we don't have an instrument, so we're just gonna pick the lock. and then within it is a bard hat. So whenever you inspire an ally using bardic inspiration, you also heal them. 1 to 6 damage. That is a really amazing hat. If you are playing a bard character, you absolutely need that hat. And it's right there. It's free for the taking. So pretty cool. I like that they put that in there just for the bard. It's part of the reason though why the bard sucks. Because the bard sucks so much that you have to put things in to satisfy the bard character. But it does give good, I don't know, it does give some character to the story. This one,
Is someone singing?
you should be able to figure this out. Alright, so what I want to do, we're going to separate everybody.
Keep your distance, darling. Let's go.
We're going to put him over there.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Put Shadowheart.
I must keep going.
With
him. Enough waiting. I crave blood. Objective noted.
Send her right to the
Still
front line.
alive. So that's progress.
And I guess I'll go to the
Best
front
be on my
lines too.
way.
Such a pretty song.
Shh. Listen.
Your favorite drownings will take place in shallow water. Just a slice of the ankle tendons.
Oh, I love this background.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful. No, it's just a bit of water. Yes, everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, so they lured some of us. So Asterion got lured, and that's why he moved. So did,
What is this?
so did she. but
I will
she
have
woke
your
up.
head, Harpy!
So they're harpies. This is actually a fairly tough battle. Oh, then I got lured. What kind of crap is that?
What happened?
Now she's lured.
Fell wretch!
Come on. If we let him get to her, it's over. I've never had that happen before. Alright, so we were able to hit the harpy. Oh, like, just out of reach. I don't want to jump all the way down. I'm gonna get injured. Or we'll lose 7 hit points. Alright, that actually worked. But now I can't heal anymore. Alright, he resisted the song, thankfully.
Over here.
Let's run up. There we go. 1 dead harpy. So now he's perfectly positioned with advantage, so he can shoot his bow.
What is this? I will have your head, Harpy!
Yeah, he's lured. Doesn't do me any good.
Stay out of my head.
We can't have the kid.
Take
Alright, so we're gonna heal Lizelle. I can do a firebolt or a light crossbow. Let's get her to stop luring us.
Strike true.
There we go. So we broke the concentration.
I will have your head,
So now
Harpy.
everybody is... Yeah, all the lore has stopped. At least for now. Alright, so... I think we can just do... advantage? You can't have disadvantage against the target. Why would he have disadvantage? Target's outside of normal range, that's why. I have the high ground. Sure, we'll just shoot him. Ah, come on, I had an 80% chance. He's gonna start luring again. And I'm lured again. I haven't been able to do anything the whole game. So frustrating. And then he's lured. Or she. Come on. I got a bunch of dodo heads in my party. Alright, she resisted. Thank you. We need somebody to resist. Alright, we need to get the one that's singing here. Oh, he kept concentration, which is not good. None of my spells are available.
No,
There,
this
we
isn't
broke the
right.
concentration at least.
I will have your head, Harpy.
Needs healing.
Oh, they did luring song again. Oh, come on.
What
Down he
was
goes.
that?
Finally resisted. Down to 1 health. Oh man, I got so much I need to do here. This is a bonus action. So we're gonna heal ourselves a bit. And I can do a trip attack. Alright, we killed another. I do need to restore this guy, but I'm just going to stand there for now. He finally resisted. Good, get out of there, little boy. Don't need them killing him. I need her. Did I really use up all my spells? I don't understand why her spells are gone. I must have. Of course I missed. Alright, we got her to stop singing. Another one down. I gotta get my guy up. That's the help action. That, of course, used up my, I guess I need to take a short rest before I can do that. This kid, by the way, is with the Thieves Guild, just like all the other kids. There we go. I missed out on some experience because I was KO'd there. But I didn't do anything. I fell for that every time.
Are they gone? No. Yes. I mean, I don't know.
It's a tough battle. And just because of the whole luring thing. They're really not that tough, you know, if you had a fair fight with them, but they definitely get you.
That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but this... I need to get back. Mole will be... Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
All right. So we'll bring everybody together. We don't have any short rests either. I gotta probably get a long rest in here because holy buckets.
At the ready.
I keep wanting to use my spells and stuff, and of course this was my chance to do it. And I was lured the whole time. And here's what's even worse. They're literally standing in water. And I didn't get to do my lightning spells. Sometimes life is so frustrating. So it was at least a nice little bit of experience. I need 1,429.
Your faith will guide me.
Eager for battle.
Oh, it looks like I did get the experience point. Everybody needs 1,429. We're all on the same level.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Alright, let's go camp. Alright, we got all these people that are going to want to talk to us.
What's up for discussion?
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately. Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of xeromorphosis. If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis has also affected your mind. If xeromorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mind Flayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book.
See, I like this guy. I just want him in my party. I need to turn him into rogue and get rid of Astarion.
We all have those from time to time. I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bought the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. It's a first edition, too. As regards to your own morbid little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies.
First step to a serial killer right there. Alright,
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to... There. Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
okay. So this whole thing is using your tadpole to read his mind. They usually don't appreciate it when you do that, so I'm going to go ahead and just change the subject.
A tingle runs through.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel? It's natural to suffer a touch of worry. But an Illithid worm should be causing more than mild anger. Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me. Suppressed, have showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain. Not even a hot flash. Indeed. Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly... Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all night, I suppose, and that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. Let's get some rest.
Alright, so he's very logical. He's also a pretty cool guy to have in your party.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crash. Clear. Your curiosity is to be commended. Githyanki are hatched in creches all throughout realm space. It's there I first saw a Kithrak mount a red dragon, where I slit my cousins' throats at the Vaj's command. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time.
You know, I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over? Good. I don't want you to run off just yet. You're quite the ally after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for. Aren't you just? Oh, get some air. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head. Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me. Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
Definitely don't do that on her. This is the flirty one.
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do? It's hardly hypothetical. We're still in danger after all. Wise. Though, I hope you'd miss me after I'm gone. But you're right. It's a beautiful night. I think I'll stay up.
Okay. We finished talking to everybody. This is why, you know, that dude that we took from Withers, notice he doesn't want to talk to you. So you can speed up your game a little bit. Alright, I don't know if I can pull it off. But if you get to do all alcoholic beverages and do a full 40 supplies of nothing but alcohol, you get an achievement. I think I only have this one, the tonic, but yeah, I don't have that. I have the pitcher of beer. I mean, I could tell him not to use that up, but it's only one full point. Let's rest. Yep.
I've got a long road ahead.
So Mr. Vampire now has different hair, I think.
My dagger-happy friend, what troubles you?
You can see he was out and about. Alright. Like I said, there was one spot we missed. But I think, for the most part, we can leave and start adventuring again.
Understand?
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
I don't recall this ever happening.
My, what manner of
I've never had this
place
happen
is
here.
this? A path to redemption?
Interesting.
Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion?
The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true,
That's because of the Dark Urge.
pleasure.
You're familiar with my work. Let's do it. We gotta do it.
I'm rather the admirer of the sanguine arts, even if I wasn't quite born under a killing moon myself.
This is so bizarre.
Shall we withdraw? We have much to discuss, to our mutual satisfaction. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
Now, obviously, being a paladin and having this happen to you,
Middle of
not
somewhere.
Good. Okay. Well, I have to confess that this conversation, I know how it mostly turns out, and it's a very interesting plot thing that didn't get resolved yet, at least in my playthrough so far. He is, well, you'll get to see. Let's just compliment him. You know, since we're kindred serial killer spirits, I'll compliment him.
The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
I've never tried this option before where I eat.
Not easily rattled, I see. Good. Makes the next part that much more straightforward.
Yep.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Okay, I never was stupid enough to try to draw a weapon. I've asked this question a lot. Yeah, I like this one.
Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that.
I've never tried to make a deal with the devil. Which, exactly, it says right here. I've never threatened him. Like, this is interesting, because I think, with a paladin, you have a lot more forceful heck knows. Do I really want to say that? Sure, let's try it, because why not? It's just a video game.
Oh, that's disappointing. I prefer it when my clients put up a fight. Only to realize victory was never an option. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
You know, this is technically along the lines of my serial killer self.
Ah, yes, the tongue. Yet another piece of pleasurable anatomy you'll soon have to do without. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Oh, I actually got food. Alright. Well, it was nice I got to keep the food that I took from his table. Alright, let's do some adventuring. I'm going to open the map here. So this quote-unquote Act 1, I've done this several times now, and I've only made it to Act 2 with one of my playthroughs. But I've done a lot of this many times, like, because I'm playing with my son, I played on my own, and then, recreated another character. That's how I play these RPGs. I sort of repeat them. The, Emerald Grove here is, well, here, I need to pause real quick. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So, a couple of things. This one, Investigate Kaga, says search the Emerald Grove. I never figured out what I'm supposed to find to progress that quest. And you can look at the quest here. Each of your companions has their own little thing. She wants you to go to the mountain pass. He so far hasn't given us a quest, and neither has Gale. We need to defeat the goblins, of course. This one, we figured out what the Rite of Thorns is, so why is she so determined to do this? We should investigate. And I never figured that part out, at least not that I'm aware of. And then this one, I forgot to do that. That's crawling into that hole and finding the Thieves Guild. So we can do that when we come back. We're definitely going to come back because we need to sell stuff and things of that nature, and maybe we could try to find... Excuse me. So we know that she plans to seal the grove shut. The way I dealt with her in the past is I just rescued the druid, Halson. And then, of course, that put an end to it because he's the one in charge. Here we go. I still find it funny. Alright, so, yep, we need to do that. We need to rescue Druid. We gotta get help from Auntie Ethel. And this part is complete. Okay, so back to the map. I'm zoomed out as far as I can go. This entire thing is the Emerald Grove that we just explored. This is where the harpies were. So this whole area, this is where the little bard lady was. This is where the enchanting, you know, they're trying to do the druid seance thing. This is where all the shops are. And that's the prison. This is the house that we snuck around the back into. So just to help you. And then right here, of course, is the Thieves Guild. And then Kaga is sitting here, so we need to investigate her somehow. This is our little transporter that's always going to take us back. So anytime we want to come back to sell stuff, we can just transport to here. It's close enough. So it's showing all the different quests on the map, and it is true. There's a little bit of stuff here we can reveal, but it's not much. But most of where we're going to go is west. So down here is the Auntie Ethel, which I am going to say we are probably going to do last, or next to last. It's a very difficult thing to do. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. The Blade of Frontiers, hunt down Karlach. We're going to go here, probably next. And then over here is this one is extremely difficult if we don't pass our language or like persuasion checks. The battle was super difficult. I never won. I actually reloaded and just passed my dice roll. This gets very dicey, very quick over here. And then the Goblin Camp is actually it's 3 hours worth of dungeon. Like, it's level after level after level. I mean, there's so much stuff here. We could do 2 videos to just cover the Goblin Camp. So this is not a quick game. In fact, I'm doing this recording, but I don't know how on earth I'm going to finish it. I'm just either going to lose interest or, and I can only record whenever it's quiet, or otherwise I have my son behind me blabbing. But yeah, this is a very difficult game to record from start to finish. I other than like maybe playing it a bit and just catching you up on stuff. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go.
Yeah. That would be good.
See, even she agrees. It'll be good. Stop your yapping and go. Alright, so,
you know about these parasites. Will we survive them?
Only if my people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
Okay. Wonderful.
That's all the further it goes. So we revealed at least as much as we can. There's your ancient sigil. So now we're going to head towards basically a river. Because there's only one way to go, and that's west, right here. This is all dead ends, and actually that's the town we were just in. This is the Lithid ship, and those are all dead ends. So this is the only path right here. It does quickly start to branch off.
Aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is Lae'zelk Chucky, and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Okay, I'm gonna hit F5. We're gonna save this. This next part it can be tough. It doesn't matter how it turns out.
People up ahead.
Whatever happens.
Something's wrong.
But if we do fight, it can be.
You're a
tough.
true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I always fail. Alright. I'm not using inspiration on this.
Your sword.
Wait.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. He is a true soul. Mind him. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
I don't know any druids.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us stuck. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. What? Are you testing her? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new... Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. And when the time comes, the true souls, you.
Oh, I like these two. All zeal and no brains.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
Okay, so you can be nice, tell them to forget the owlbear. You can tell them to go avenge their brother, and then they'll basically go to their death. Or you can admit to them that you're who they're looking for. And you know what? I'm in the mood for some experience points. Let's do this.
You! Brenna! Kill him!
The dance macabre. This will do nicely.
We already got one dead, 20 experience points. Not bad. Of course, he runs right out of the wet. Ay, ay, ay. So this whole storm thing, it's good on paper, but it sort of sucks.
Talk to me.
These boots have seen everything.
Let's turn someone inside out. This way.
Reuniting friends. my dark urge was satisfied. Alright, well that's good. So
All right. What now?
we basically reunited them with Edwin and
Strange power resonates with most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded, but this body seems different. A friend, why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you.
It's like the Highlander. They're going to be only one. And you know he stuffed it in between his underwear and his pants. Alright, so all kinds of cool food items.
Always room for more. Swift as my feet can carry
took
me.
a little bit of damage, but that was pretty easy.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
The owlbear is right here in this cave.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fire. Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy. Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. Vlaakith bestows. I will earn my queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it. They are gifts to my queen from the goddess Tiamat herself. They reside in the great city of Tunarath, awaiting the... Do not pity them. They reap great riches from this. Dragon's blood flows in you, does it not? Perhaps you might be availed of the riches I offer. We shall know in time. The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithra to penetrate the hells. This is... But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Okay, I don't necessarily want to kill the owlbear. Although, there's an interesting twist that it do, but...
Anything of use? That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
I don't need the headstone. Okay, so if we go down in here, the owlbear is right back here. But there's an egg. Should be an owlbear and a baby sitting back here. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna instead go this way. But I have to toggle the group because Shadowheart is not going. She's gonna refuse to let me do this next part because she's.
Looks like there's a little shrine over there.
So we found a gilded chest. If you try to open this gilded chest, you will take a lot of damage. And there's that potion of animal speaking that I was looking for. There's a war between Saloon and Shar, and she worships Shar, and this is a shrine to Saloon. So she gets a little touchy about this. Alright, I will...
Vlaakith's will be done. Repositioning.
I don't think I need to move everybody else down here, but we're gonna do it.
Go. A shrine to Saluna. Queen. A magical seal. No lock picking that.
No one stopped me yet.
It was useful. Okay, we should probably do a jump here. Get to the other side, and then you come back here. And there's
something over there.
Prayer sheet.
Just an old prayer.
Pick it up. And you jump back across. And you open your inventory. And you read the Saloon Prayer.
My prayers are
That
answered.
opened the chest. That prayer is what what's her name doesn't allow you to do. So got some pretty decent items. So when a youngster came of age, they'd be left to fend for themselves deep in the wilds. There where they would show their skills of navigation, self-reliance, as well as their determination to return to the Mood-Maiden's silvery glow. Once they found their way back to their people, their faith and standing as a follower of Saloon could be beyond any doubt. Remember this. This is a really strong foreshadowing to something that you're going to see later in the game. And right there, look, I have 5 potions of animal speaking. I knew I had it somewhere, so there you go. Alright, now we can bring her back to us.
On my way.
If we go this way, of course, that's going to lead us to the owlbear, who is distressed. We can speak to the owlbear. There's also the owlbear cub. So I think what I'm going to do, let's use one of our potions. Go up and
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat. It's a splinter. I've gutted bigger threats than you with worse.
Sure. I thought there was a bigger conversation there, but apparently there's not. She is not the worst thing in the world to kill.
You're small, weak. Killing you would be a waste of time. You can go, but you make one wrong step and I'll rip you to shreds.
She is experience points. I wonder why she's so distressed. Is there any items? Oh yeah, there's stuff to loot back here. There we go. Here's our battle.
Be quick. It's right. Time for a new approach.
Yeah, see, look. Shot 3 of them. 2 of them missed. What a waste.
You vow, or you break.
I don't know what the owlbear's doing. We're waiting for him to finish his turn.
is ever easy.
Alright, so we're gonna do the twin spell. But it didn't do that much extra damage. That's alright. We still got him good.
What did you do?
Holy cow. Of course, that used up the action.
Take your
With finesse.
Had looks from you to his dead mother.
wake, hungry.
A single strike will end his suffering.
It hurts. Hungry. Food.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
The cub has a fighting chance now.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
Owlbear eggshells. An unhatched one would fetch quite a price.
I don't know what owlbear lore is in D&D universe. Like the whole eating his mother thing is a little freaky.
Don't waste a step. An owlbear egg? These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
Undead creatures that hit the wearer receive radiant damage. It is a medium armor.
I wonder what the next move is.
It's at least as good as the chain shirt.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Shop around, he said. He seems sure, and he might be right. We've had no luck so far. Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one. This is no ordinary mind flayer parasite. Who and why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door?
Alright, apparently everybody wants to talk to me about stuff, so...
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin. Entirely. Each crash the library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain countless scholars roam the plains, yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities. Ceramorphosis takes, but our tadpoles are far from ordinary. I wonder if another factor's in play. Many a good warrior savors the scent of blood in the air. Too many, though.
Totally
And you
admitting
waste
to them
my
that I'm a
suggestion.
psychopath and-
Attack with purpose and savor your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find
She's
you a
like-
goblin or two
she's
to
like
carve
my
up.
perfect girlfriend. No, yeah. Beef. Alright. See, I'm at a point now where I'm not picking up the bones and all the stuff that really isn't going to be worth anything.
Can't slow down. Might be useful.
there's a
What's in
backpack.
here?
Full day of supplies.
That should more than suffice.
And we're done with the owlbear cave. But see, each of these things are like 15, 20-minute diversions. And this whole map is full of stuff like this.
Here goes nothing.
Nozelle, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Mind Flayer pod here. The graphics in this game are quite nice. Definitely better than the original Baldur's Gate. I need to get up where the bridge is up here. I think it'll make me walk all the way around. There's gotta be a way to crawl. Actually, it's not that long of a walk.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brain worms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you find.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And is it dead enough for you? It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to... You again.
Good that we don't have to worry. Alright, let's get across this bridge. This, by the way, is where the devil guy showed up for me last time. So it's interesting how he shows up at different spots.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Where's the gates?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
My ability to speak to animals, by the way, is lasting until we long rest again.
Think more are coming.
They got their fill.
These are the guys that
Thought you was busy
fight.
with the foul bloods in Elson's Grove. Bet you will too. Just like my mate. Contract cleverly left out, we'd be tits deep in these buggers. The kind that leaves half your croup. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped. I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Boulder. I'm just glad. Come on. We're wasting time.
So the Arcanist of Katla seeks brave individuals to find the Night Song.
What a day. Let's move.
There's basically
Very
three
well.
leaders leading the goblins.
More for me.
And one of them is, I think, a drow.
What's inside?
Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush.
There's a million things to do here. This part is actually a little boring. And I don't really appreciate this next part. But it's going to take us a while to get finished with it.
Here we go.
Get over there! Surround them like! You spotted us. Good. It's like they say. No fun in skewing a pig what doesn't know he's cooked. We got you, so here's how this goes. You take one step or you turn around, and your backside gets the same treatment.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Your tadpole gives you power. The Absolute is this goddess, and we're the true ones or whatever. And
You're a true soul. But my mistake, sir.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
You'll get no more trouble from us. Promise.
So, you and Lae'zel. Seems tense.
Please don't remind me. But keep your guard up with her.
Noted.
okay, what's the right order to do this? So I'll explain to you what's going on. To the right here is a dungeon underneath this barn building. It goes on for quite a bit. To the left here is another dungeon.
You fight well.
These
but you're
goblins
so
are looking
efficient.
for what's inside of
Why not have
the
a little
dungeon
fun?
to the left.
Fun.
And
I fight to win,
I think we're
not
going
to
to do
make
that one
spectacles.
first. Well, between the two, we'll do that one first. But we're going to go straight here. And then this well here, you can actually take this well to the bottom. It's just like your classic RPG. There's something at the bottom of the well. But that dungeon at the bottom of the well is connected to this dungeon over here. They're both one and the same. There's just two different ways to get to the same place. This chest does
Do you
open.
have
There's a
someone
key
waiting
around
for
here
you in
somewhere.
Baldur's Gate, Astarion? A
And
sweetheart,
there's also
perhaps?
an extremely important dialogue that's here that we want to pass. We'll survive if it doesn't pass, but it's a very interesting... Here, let's just go do it. I'm going to save the game right now.
Bone tastes good. Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have earned yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute. Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, and you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course. Food? Food!
Oh my gosh. I guess I needed to deceive him. That was my mistake. I mean, we could kill them. They actually are fairly tough. You can see they're all level 4. We're not level 4. So, I'm gonna load. I apologize. I know that's annoying. There's something that they do for you that's the part that, you know, I'm saying is pretty awesome. And, you basically, you get this horn. And in any battle, anywhere in the game, you can blow the horn and they will come and fight for you. It's quite good.
Should mind my step.
Alright, I'm gonna fast forward through all this.
Stranger, be you friend or food.
Let's pass this test.
The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute. Indeed. How? Food for not food. Friend. I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only, gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetite, and the rest sate my hunger for boss goblin give gold. We check brand, no talk. I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
So you can pay them all this gold, but just tell them you'll pay them in the flesh of the fallen. Oh no. This is a big 20 roll too. I'm gonna use one of my inspirations. Oh, look at that! I rolled a 20. Excellent.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before. Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken. Indeed. Ogre kill everyone around. We follow the sense of blood and gold to all land, and this land proves particularly. We will keep close.
So I got my inspiration right back. Alright, that's pretty good.
That's curious.
Okay, this little crack support beam, that would have helped us in our battle against them. So basically,
let's see.
Let's say they were fighting us. You can hit this beam with an arrow, and it'll cause this whole platform to fall on top of them and damage them. So you can win the battle. It's not an easy fight.
Someone's diary. It might explain what happened here.
Oh. Did I pick up a diary?
Shadowheart's attention is fixed upon the contents of an old journal.
We should keep moving. You already know as much as I do.
I wonder what was in that journal that got her going.
Something good here. I hope.
Alright, so we just made a deal with some ogres. Let's go do something nice.
Did I play games like this in my youth? Was I sweet once?
Still crazy. Total psychopath.
How long do you think you can scream? Look what we got here! Another little birdie wanting to stop this thing! And you! Hope you got a stomach for heights! What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly. 'Cause it makes me laugh. You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Crappy roll.
What the? I felt that!
I don't mind the battle. Let's kill a bunch of goblins.
On the way.
Blood comes easy these days.
I am fury. I am death. You bow, or you break.
For the absolute!
On my way.
The worms of your sorry carcass when I'm done with ya!
Oh, come on.
I won't give in.
Path is interrupted. That was very uneventful. not an easy battle. It doesn't help that I'm not focusing on the same person. Oh my god. Down.
Never a dull moment.
Stop! I give up! Mercy, please! I know things. If you let me live, I'll make it worth your while. I promise! No!
Very heavy great axe. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Never wanted the easy path.
Here it is. We'll give it to Lazel.
Action, not reaction.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this sorrow thing. Let's try this. Does more overall damage anyways.
Quickly then.
Alright, so to help this dude, we're gonna come back here. Hit the brake lever.
Worth examining.
Looking ahead. Time to press ahead. Better not be cursed.
Cut me loose! Bag of well, get on with it. Whatever you are. You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes? Nothing? You're teasing me now. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now. Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood, but I still have hope. I have reason to believe. I always. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again.
All right. This is actually very interesting for my character. When I dash or take a similar action, I gain 3 lightning charges. That was his pack. It only had food in it. There was nothing special about it at all. Alright, we helped him out. Next stop is to look underneath these 2 buildings. And of course, we're heavily damaged.
Enough time wasted. Battle awaits.
Alright, I'm at 2 hours on the video, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. We do eventually find the key for this. It'll be called the moss-covered key. Otherwise, we can pick the lock. It's no big deal. The thing these goblins, like I said, they're looking for is in here. Let's do this part real quick. Here we go. There's all kinds of alchemy junk.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
I don't see one.
There's way more. There's like you got a large bottle. I mean, I'm hitting the old key and it's not highlighting everything you can actually pick up. There's a round flask, for example. You can take that. It's not stopping you. Alright, one thing I also forgot to mention. There is an alchemy. We haven't done much with this, but so basically, like, for example, with mugwort, we found 3 of them. We have 9 of them. So I'm going to just extract 3 sets of 3, basically. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. And then, you know, because we now have the salt of mugwort, that unlocked, I think what they said was an antidote. I don't remember where. You can sort of look here, like, for the ashes, it shows 1 of 3. So we have enough dagger roots to make something. And we have enough bullywug trumpets. Enough murgrass. You'll see it starts to become 0. You can also hit this, which helps, because it limits it to only the things you can make. And there you go. I can make an antidote potion. 2 of them, in fact. I don't really want to make them. I already have antidotes as it is. But that's alchemy. It's not horrible by any stretch of the imagination. Not very exciting either.
Let's have a look.
Alright, let's just go into the cellar. Should be right here.
I'll take that.
Potion of healing. Junk. Elixir of poison resistance.
What's that?
We just did a perception check. I don't know what just got highlighted. Crap. Something was supposed to be highlighting there and I didn't see it. Something had highlighted here, and I don't know what it was. I don't see anything presenting itself. Alright, that made me get encumbered. I know what it is. This is a secret door here. That much I remember. So whatever I found, it was the way to open that secret door.
Blacketh's will be done.
Question is, where did I would swear
Onward.
it was a lever.
Consider me intrigued.
Dang it, where the heck was it? Yeah, you basically, this bookshelf moves. There it is. I wish they would stay highlighted. And it looks like it didn't actually open, but it did. It's a graphical glitch. This is actually a fairly tough battle. It can be, and you'll see why. It can be easy or it can be tough. So we'll go ahead and open one of these. Another one.
Don't linger.
But I can get up there and kill the guy.
Concentrate. On I go.
Swift and lethal.
Gargantuan cleave. All of them are just out of reach.
Make way.
Critical hit. He was standing right next to me. He had disadvantage. And he's still critically hit. That's crazy.
Best be on my way.
Why don't I have my spells? Oh, I'm wearing boots I can't wear. Gotta get rid of that nonsense.
Let's end this.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Take two.
I will ascend. On the move.
Of course you miss. I'm better off just shooting missiles. You know what's funny is you read the forums and people make fun of that spell, Magic Missile.
Outmaneuver them.
They think it's the dumbest spell, and it's like, all I do is miss.
Down.
with you.
I am fury. I am death.
Alright, so we at least got the guy killed.
Can't slow down.
Now I finally hit him. I think this Dark Journal is what I was supposed to pick up. We'll have somebody else pick it up.
Wits and blades, always sharp. Better take that.
What to do?
My faith protects me.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. What's in here?
Eager for battle. Repositioning. Securing.
See, now when you open these, there's nothing in them. But if he would, every single one of these that he would have opened, another enemy would have come out. Yeah, and then there's a mirror here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I was actually going to end my video a while ago. That's okay.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
So that corpse is too damaged. I can't speak to these corpses. Alright. I would swear there's a dead corpse here somewhere I can speak to.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
But maybe not. Alright. Let's do this.
An enchanted mirror. Raw magic leashed to a bauble. Almost sad.
This is not an option I normally have. Normally you have to answer his questions. Like you have to answer 3 questions correctly to get in. And they're like buried in all the books that we keep picking up.
The magic is old and wavering, but you recognize it. The mirror is a thinking lock, hiding some secret. It seems some vain wizard took living magic and twisted it into a forgotten curio.
Speak your name.
See, because I read the book, I know his name is Lintoth.
My master was human, pure and true. If you are his ally, step forward and declare it. Only a true ally of Ilintoth. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
Okay, if you would have passed your history, they would have helped you with the right answer, but he's a fell creature.
You are no Zolkir. Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
So I read a doctor's journal. It's the clean wound.
Acceptable. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
Okay, this is a new one. I'd look for whatever spell will rid me of the worm in my head. That usually gets me in. Let's try this.
No, but you cared to us. No others ever did. Thank you. Be welcome.
Oh, that's really cool. Alright, and so basically this is what's the right word? This guy's like working on undead and all kinds of stuff. Like Frankenstein. This is like a Frankenstein monster type of location. So you can see he's trying to raise the dead, do various things.
Let's see what this does.
Assume nothing.
Lots of scrolls, which is pretty good.
Repositioning.
Another antidote. Getting these before. That's really nice for her. Okay, we want to get through here, this rusted iron gate.
Curious. Take heed. I see a trap.
Starian should make short work of it.
Best avoid that trap.
Oh, I think there's a lever here too somewhere.
Let's be quick.
Actually, I know there is. I think it's in here. Rusted key. That works. This lever just opens this. That takes us right back to our way out. And you can take a lot of this junk. But now that we got our key, we got what we need to go in here. Assuming I can disarm traps, we should be okay.
Be careful. There are traps about.
That was a horrible roll. Still enough. Like I said, he's a pretty good thief. Now, these things are also traps, but because I disarmed this one, I don't think I have to disarm the gargoyles. Basically, I have to roll a 1 in order to fail against these. Because he's that good. Alright, now the biggest thing is this is a book that
no time
takes
to
a
dally.
bit to solve. And I'm going to use her to pick it up. I used Astarion last time. I could actually use myself. I am the
No
one
time
with
to rest.
I was a paladin last time. I didn't want to touch this thing as a paladin. There's a lot of like religious roles and stuff like that that you have to do. Wisdom, because you're trying to resist being controlled by the book.
There's no time to waste.
That's why we're gonna have. Let's have Shadowheart do it.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
A cursed book? How obvious.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
Okay.
This way.
And that's it. So from here we exit, and then I'm gonna wrap up this video. So the other dungeon we're gonna go into, if you'll notice, it had amethyst eyes, but it had an open mouth. We're gonna find the amethyst that goes inside the mouth of the book, and that'll allow us to open the book. And then that's when the real magic begins.
Better get to it.
Unintended. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here. Thanks for joining me at the table. As always, stay awesome.